Hi, Roses. I'm Rosie, the psychic reader at the Psychic Word, and roses are red. Violets are blue, but I'm actually reading the energy, not just riding the waves like some people do. If that's something you can connect with, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and watch the playlist. The playlist is called Observing a Pattern. And I harped a lot in the last video about the sounds. Like, I'm just hearing a lot of sounds in my head right now, so I don't know if you're resonating with that. And I'm hearing it again. Like, it sounds like my whole head is underwater. And the last time I heard that, I watched the video and it sounded like my head was underwater. Like, you could still hear it even in the video. Like, it's not just an audio thing. So I don't know if that's someone is feeling it as well. The energy here is that they wanted to marry a photograph, but the vibe is that it's too bad because you have real feelings. And I could have just ended this playlist without even doing this reading, but I feel like it's important because you are a real person, you have real feelings. Because with this ringing in my ears, it feels like a psychosis. I mean, I guess psychics don't really talk about psychosis and stuff, but this is the psychic word, so I'm really into the medical terms and all of that, and how 3D world thinks of this type of energy. But that's what it feels like, a psychosis, like someone needs to come back down to earth. Like, you're really good and people are appreciating you for who you are, but there's other layers. Like, you don't just go up and stay up, you do come back down to earth. Somebody needs to hear this. So what's going on with this photograph? They wanted to marry a photograph. Something repulsive. It's like you already reached nirvana, you reached the climax, and somebody just wants to be stuck up. That's it. Because I felt like I could have just ended this playlist and just leave it on the note that it was on, which it was good. It was a good note, but now I feel like it's going kind of sour. And that's just because things don't just stay up. It's a wave. It goes up and down. And I do say, like, we don't just ride the wave. Like, we don't just ride the wave, but we do analyze this energy. So let's get more on this energy. What is it that's going down? What is it that's repulsive? Like, we're not afraid of these words. Many times I speak about taking the negative words out of the deck, but I just feel like it's important to analyze everything that's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna take the next. Okay, virtuous. Yeah, it's like because you don't try to pretend like you're perfect, or you don't stop at perfection. I feel like that's what makes you even better. Like, it's someone who goes back for the people that they left behind. This comes out a lot of times. Like, it's Harriet Tubman energy. You go back for the people you left. But it's not just like you're saving slaves, like you're saving slave masters as well. You're saving everybody. Somebody could be going back for just the world in general. Like, it's a new world order. You reach this place in your life, but you're aware of everything that's going on that you just left behind. And so you have to develop something, a skill or a company or something, and a road that you can throw back to the past and bring them forward. Because I feel like it's someone who maybe you lived in a real rural area and you got yourself out of that situation, but now you're in this nice house alone, at peace. Everybody around you is at peace, but it's like, okay, I gotta find some way to bring the light back to that town. I don't know, because it's like they're just dying. Or even like, because that's so dangerous to do that. Maybe for some people, reconciling that you have about your past. Not necessarily going back to find people that you disconnected from, but maybe it's like understanding how you feel about that situation in a way that you can bring it to your present. If that's making any sense, because we have even temper here, we have placid, I'm also thinking of flaccid, like something that happened in the past that there's no way you can say it was a good thing, but because you're in a good place, you might say that is a good thing rather than just saying, okay, everything happens for a reason, move on. Like, I feel like someone is actually going back and analyzing different things about themselves and understanding what kind of decisions they made and why they made those decisions. So quick temper is coming out. I'm gonna put this under even temper. I'm gonna put this over even temper. Quick temper, even temper. Maybe this is something you learn to move around. Like, you learn to make decisions quickly on your feet. At the same time, you're very balanced. Okay, so we start out with repulsive. I'm just gonna move right through this energy. Okay. The Hanged Man and repulsive. Just kind of giving up their. It's saying giving up the ghosts. That's what I'm hearing. Because you might have followed this mission all the way to the end. That's what led you in this repulsive energy. It was what they did to you that was so repulsive, not you being committed to your goals. Maybe you chose to care about somebody, and caring about them led you to a really dangerous and precarious situation that put you in a vulnerable position where you weren't really able to care about yourself. And it's like, okay, well, you know this because of the experience, but then when you get into this new place that you're moving to, because you get out of this, you come off of this cross eventually, and you move into your new place. You got to respect your experience and know that that was true. It was real. You could not be nice to people because they really genuinely disrespected you. They genuinely caused you to lose your job, lose your home, lose your car, lose your friendship, you lose your life in some sense. That's what I feel like when you go back into work, or you build up another company, corporation. I don't know, I'm like kind of like biting my tongue a little bit because of what I'm about to say when it comes to this new world. I feel like spirit will minister to you exactly what your goals ought to be, because I don't feel like it's gonna be on some Harriet Tubman type of stuff. If you go back, I don't feel like, I don't know, if you go back, you gotta have a real good reason why you collecting these people. Okay, so you have the Lovers. Okay, getting energy. Like, if you go online and you're getting energy, it's got to be real specific. This is a new world. We're not just watching because we bored. You really do have to be absorbing something that's beneficial to your life in some way, regardless of how other people feel, because this is your own life and your own experience. And you have nobody to answer to but God and yourself. If this is something you've been through, if you died on a cross and you resurrected, you're God. So you don't even need to be told. This energy is coming from you. I almost feel like it's a snake trying to talk you into something. You already know who you are. So you don't need to be told what's what. Okay. Then you have Six of Feathers, like someone is following you. Someone is following you, moving around in a quick way, in a slow way. They want to follow everything you do. So there's a new position you need to take. This is really deep. I don't know if I can say exactly how it was come out, but it's like your connection, okay, is very deep. And if somebody is following you in a predatory way, they're a dumbass. I'm just going to be honest, because I feel like they're going to get themselves caught up and trapped. It's like someone chasing a bear without no weapon. Okay, so you have Three of Grains and you're building something. I also feel like people have been throwing stones at you for quite a while. It may have slowed down or it may have sped up, whatever the case is. All of these stones are being added to your mansion. You're living in a mansion. That's what I'm hearing. It may technically be a mansion. So, Knight of Candles. And I feel like nobody knows where you are in this energy. Like, they're chasing you or they're throwing targets, but they don't know that everything that they say is landing on your home as in the form of a stone, building and building and building it up. So they are contributing to your empire. That's what I'm getting. Like when you get this energy, they're supporting you willingly or unwillingly. It doesn't really matter, because I feel like you're so protected by God in this God state. You are God. You died on the cross and you rose. Following Christ, you become Christ. So it's not for everybody. But that's the energy that I'm getting. Let's just keep moving. We already at 10 minutes. I don't know how. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards for this playlist. And it's a lot of fun doing this reading. A lot of new energy. I don't know if you're resonating with it, but let me know in the comments. We have freedom. So is your ability to be free, I feel like, is what you're experiencing now, but it's also something that happened in the past that you have freedom for. Like somebody said, you're only here because you're sick. But I feel like you received healing at the right time. If you were sick in the past, it could have been because you were too nice. Everybody has something they have to work on. It's not like you're afraid of a little bit of criticism. So I feel like you graduated from whatever it was that was keeping you down. And also I feel like you're in a position of possibly healing the sick. But there's a lot here that I feel like I can't say. Like you could be a pastor, or you're going to build a church. Are sick and they need help. But in the past, you might have been someone who needs, and it's like, calling someone sick is not the end of the world for Jesus, because he heals the sick. It's not like a damnation. But I do feel like you went through it. I do feel like you died on a cross and rose back up. The cross is coming out twice, relieving suffering. And I also feel like stutter, because this is real deal energy. It's not just like someone talking you or blowing gas at you. Because I feel like, this is Christ consciousness. So just get back on the ball, and you know what comes next. Your freedom to go and come where you choose, as the Spirit of God moves within you. Something very feminine about this energy, possibly even building a sisterhood. And with this Lovers card here, I feel like you are gathering and absorbing energy that's feeding your soul. I feel like it's a long time coming, because you might have been so turned off by the energy that you didn't want to absorb it. But now it's like you went through everything you had to go through to realize that nobody is worth starving for. It don't matter how rude and nasty they are, you love them.